Shalom la b'chayim shal yashala. Peace be to the election of the nation of Israel. The choicest parts, the first fruits, starting with the 144,000 Hanaviyim, the prophets, Harashim, the heats of the governing body, that shall Mashal, which is ruled by Hamalakwath in the kingdom, Ashar ba Shemayim, which shall be in heaven. Alright. And want to give a shalom to the rest of the 1/3, which are no prophets but are believers in the words of Yahweh Shem Yashai, who will have that the while as well, which is a mark of exemption from the judgment. 2/3 shall be cut off and die here in Babylon, America, and the Lord will be merciful unto his remnant. Okay? 12 tribes of Israel, so-called niggas, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the Israelite foreigners that been scattered, their spirit stirred the four winds that may look like the heathen, but lineage go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which we determine by trying the spirit by the spirit. Okay, seeing whether, of course, they are children of the power. All right, because we have Israel of the Most High, and you have it. Not all Israel is of Israel. So, of course, giving double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shemir Amafa, my name is Amafa from the Great Millstone Plaintables Camp, located here in the city of Philadelphia. I am Lamadi Mike, coming with a lesson, or our wee lesson. This wee lesson just covers the spirit. Joe Biden orders quarantines, mandatory masks, as team teases 50+ action items to destroy Trump's legacy, invokes wartime powers for the Sharat, which is going into the cutting, the incision for that chala, that sickness, and that pestilence. It says here, after a full day of inaugural events, this ritual that they had, it says that's ended with fireworks observed by President Joe Biden, so it's official. Vice President Kamala Harris and their respective spouses, the Biden administration is moving ahead with its 10-day sprint of executive orders. I'm going to get a definition of executive orders. Executive branch is a branch which the president holds, right? A rule or order, so it'd be an ordinance by the president to the executive branch of government having the force of law. Kicking off Thursday with the measures requiring masks and quarantines for travelers and plans to utilize the Defense Production Act to eliminate any further supply shortages in critical Sharat materials. Here's more on that from the Financial Times FT, another good if I'm not mistaken, that's that site, another good site for information. I'm not sure though, it might have a subscription, might need a subscription, but it says, which says Biden will sign the DPA order on Thursday. That'd be today, I believe, or maybe next week Thursday, but I have to go on. It says the Biden administration has identified critical supply shortages of 12 items needed to help fight this pestilence outbreak. The promises to use wartime powers to help solve them. Joe Biden, who took office as president on Wednesday, will on Thursday sign executive orders instructing U.S. government agencies to use the Defense Production Act to increase supplies in several items, including the various tests masks and syringes. The order is one of several such documents that the president is signing as he lays out what he promises will be a more robust and transparent strategy to bring in this pestilence outbreak under control. In addition, Biden is imposing strict new requirements on travelers and not just on planes, while also enforcing quarantines, according to Bloomberg. I have to probably check that out. Well, this is crazy. While he's saying that, it says Biden unveils a pestilence plan, but says 100,000 may die in the next month. I'm gonna check into this in maybe perhaps in another future lesson. I'm gonna read some more in this other article. Now, oh damn, Slakia. Yeah, so it says here, while most of Biden's actions said to be undoing Trump-era policies, and at least one of Trump's travel rules require a negative test for the pestilence before flying to the U.S. is simply being codified by Biden. President Joe Biden will push for additional travel safety during this pandemic by requiring people to wear masks in airports and on planes, while enforcing quarantines for people who arrive in the U.S. from other countries. An executive order he will issue Thursday in his second day of office, Biden will codify an action by former President Donald Trump on January the 12th to require a negative test for the pestilence before flying to the U.S. from other nations. According to Biden's administration fact sheet, the order will be coupled with one requiring masks on federal properties that was signed by Biden on Wednesday. Alright, so you see that there. The language of all orders haven't been released, so it's difficult to assess the various provisions how they will be actually enforced. All the U.S. carriers have some kind of requirement that passengers cover their faces, as many airports and transit systems. I was even extended to even say that most places have you, when you enter a place, they have you wear a covering over your nose and your mouth. Okay. And it will go beyond airplanes, according to the fact sheet. Administration will require mask wearing on airports, and on certain modes of public transport, including many trains, airplanes. I mean, they've been already doing this here in Philadelphia. The interceptor, you have to have a face covering. I mean, that's been normal. It says, of course, new travel rules masking from Biden could open Americans to face civil fines and other charges if they don't comply with the travel-related masking requirements, which means, in theory, that you could be fined for eating that snack they give you on the plane, right? Because you gotta take the mask off, right? The Biden policy, these various laws, could subject passengers to charges during the entire pandemic. The Federal Aviation Administration has only filed civil charges against 2 people, just to go and show you. Alright, so only 2 people during this entire pandemic have been filed by civil charges. Okay? Out of what amount of people that traveled during this whole thing, which is nothing in comparison to life before or prior to the pestilent outbreak. It says, related to their refusal to wear masks and cases of alleged threats or assault on flight attendants, hundreds of people have been barred from flying on individual carriers for refusing or getting into disputes with flight attendants and pilots over the issue. While all Trump-era policies are being displaced, but it's hardly a surprise that Biden seems already gripping to CNN about how the Trump administration left the government no strategy pertaining to the actual distribution. There's nothing for us to rework. We are going to build everything from scratch. All right. They said that there's 53 executive orders. Let's see. He intends to sign as many as 53 separate executive orders during his 10-day run, which the Hill sourced to document outline administration plans, which presumably leaked to several media. So I have to check out that. And yeah, we'll get into that on future lessons. So main point: these quarantines, these mandatory masks in certain places, and that which they're gonna bring forth, which is just gonna bring forth more stricter rules, harsh and severe, on the citizens. Okay, as it says here, that looking further down the road, Biden's team's plan for February is already coming together. February actions remain to work in progress, but earlier days have been mapped out and likely to be strong focus on national security matters. I mean, this man even was talking about how this place is what he said. He said something very boastful about America. But I'll bring that up possibly in another lesson. I gotta remember his actual statement. I'm not sure if it was talking about pertaining to how this place being untouched or something like that. I forget what it was. But anyway, let's go on. Yeah, let's just get to these scriptures because it's just crazy. Anyway, we'll get scriptures, Revelation 13. Y'all righteous out, we get out of here this year. So I pray like things pop off because us brothers, those Aqua with sake goes into the sisters out there that are sincere believers in order. We really want to get out of here. We want to get delivered out of the hands of the wicked, the Edomites. Which, this is Revelation chapter 13 and verse 11, and I beheld another beast coming out of the earth. This represents America, and had two horns like a lamb. Both parties, Democrat and your Republican, okay, pagans, patricians, and he spake as a dragon. Two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And if you heard the unity, the healing in which Joe Biden boasted, it definitely fulfills the scriptures. I mean, coming off as a humble, innocent, simple but spaking as a dragon. And just I want to look into this term for spake in the Greek right here because I haven't ever done that. Leleo or Lelio. Laleo.
Strong's G 2980. Laleo.
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 Water. Which is to use words in order to declare one's mind and disclose one's thoughts. To speak. And really, this man speaks, lies, hypocrisy, and, these things in which they want you to trust in, but they don't, as politicians, ever uphold. Okay? I mean, the opposite. Numbers are going up. They tell you we still are going. Numbers are decreasing. We still need to bring in harsher and more stricter measures. More masks, more of receiving these shots. More of everything. That tightens the grip on the citizens. This is going to be the book of Isaiah. Slakia. Might be the 24th chapter. Slakia Akim. I got this meditation music. It's making me a bit tired. It's a sleep one. Okay, so this is, or actually it might be Isaiah 32, Slakia Akim. Some of my favorite scriptures right here too. Isaiah 24 is definitely amazing. It says here that Isaiah 32 and 5, it says, the vile person shall no more be called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful. And a churl, I believe, upon looking it up, Kayalalia or Kayalali, something like that. Slakia Akim. I believe it goes into talking about the wicked. All right, which you looking into, I believe, when you go into the freedictionary.com. When you look it up on Blue Letter, I believe it says like niggardly, and such, like scoundrel, nav, or something like that, I think. So, measly person, rude, boorish person, and see, peasant, niggardly, miser, and Scrooge. But yeah, going to an unrefined, rude person. That's a wicked person. That's E. All right. Like I said, this man don't want to. Man, he's so damn stingy. But anyway, I mean, even if he's trying to offer you 14 or 2,000, that's still not enough. Come on. It tell you his hands shall seek to please the poor. But anyway, it says, the vile person shall be no more called liberal, nor the churl be found bountiful. Bountiful goes into, let's see, bountiful. I know that goes into recompense, paying back. Like, let's see, they got a different word for it in the Hebrew. This is shall I, or shawai. Or yeah, shawai, because shawai means to cry. Like shawai, yeah, cry. Right, cry. Independent, noble, rich, generous. Alright. Yeah, he's not going to be nor the troll said to be bountiful, to be rich. Okay. For the vile person will speak violently, and his heart will work iniquity and practice hypocrisy and utter error against the Lord, to make empty the soul of the hungry, the Israelites, and will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail. And I mean, it's going to be beyond even Israel that's going to suffer due to the hands of Esau, Edom. All right, and the things in which they have thought up with this new order plot. The instruments of also the troll are evil. These thoughts and devices. He devises wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words. These policies, even with when the needy speaketh right. But yeah, we're gonna comply. Right? But the liberal devises liberal things, and by liberal things shall he stand. Okay. Let's go to my other scripture in Job, and we're going to close out after that. Just make it a simple, quick, and to the point lesson. Just bringing out the information as always. Okay, this is the book of Job, chapter 4. Might be 4, right? Supposed to be 4. Or it might be the next chapter. Yeah, this is Job, chapter 5. And verse 8. I will seek unto the Most High Yahweh Shemashai, and unto the power will I commit my cause, which doeth great things, and is unsearchable, marvelous things without number. That's us of the hopeful elect we're supposed to do. Search. You're supposed to commit our spirits to Yahweh Shemashai, commit our cause to Yahweh Shemashai, everything. Cast your burdens on him. Who giveth rain upon the earth. Let me see if rain, Hebrew word. I want to make sure I double check. Matar, correct. This is how you get good. These Hebrew words, by the way, just continue to search them. Upon earth. Okay. Or to earth, ill, maybe. Right? See it? Ill. Right there. Aratazai's earth right there. Panya. I think it's before, or upon in that case right there. Also, it says, and sendeth waters upon the fields, to set up on high those that be low. And the Lord's going to do that. Okay. Which he going to put us in a high stat, ruling over the earth. That it says that those which mourn may be exalted to safety, the elect. He disappointed the crafty in their. He disappointed the devices of the crafty, so their hands cannot perform their enterprise, their undertaking, the New World Order. And that's what the Lord is going to allow Eve to get to a point, only to bring them down. Okay, have the iron weapon thrust them through. Okay, so be entrusting what Yahweh Shem Shai says, and there's actual prayers you can say. You know, that the Lord disappoint and not further, you know, the plans of the wicked. I know I put one out before, and there's other, I believe in the Psalms or something like that. This is it, Psalms 48 and 8. And it reads here, it says, grant not, O Yahweh, the desires of the wicked, further not his device, lest they exalt themselves. Right, lest they, put themselves in a higher, lift themselves up. Right, or one. Right, which goes into the be exalted. You know, be lifted up on high. because we know they want to magnify themselves as much as possible within their pride. I mean, these people talking about generations and generations to keep going on. I'm trying to get out of here. The elect, all right, is trying to get out of here, though. We put on as the elect, as the hopeful elect. All right. It says, as for the head of those that compass me about, that surround me, let the mischiefs of their own lips cover them. Right. Cover is kasa, which is clothe, overwhelm, and to overwhelm. If they all them words is on them, I mean, they mischiefs of their own lips cover them. That's gonna end up destroying them. That's why everybody running away from them. So that's the lesson. Call all you like y'all, but Shema Shai, B'Shem Kodesh, double honors to apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the election. Slaki Akim, I'm not as lively as I normally am. It's cold, so trying to, of course, just grow. But shalom and stay up, Akim, and stay up. Those Aquath that listen to shalom.